Oh, boys and girls, we're going to have some fun tonight because we have rounded up one of the wild zebras that are out there in the wilderness doing the one, two, three at our local promotions with our favorite local talents. And you can't just get the wrestlers on, boys and girls. You got to get the announcers and the zebras and the timekeepers. You got to get them all. This is Stir in the Pod with Dr. K and our very special guest, one Ref Major. Yes.
You gotta snap on that.
Oh, welcome to the show, my friend. How are you tonight?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. Relaxing this nice Monday evening,
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
you know, spending time to myself.
All right. Well, we, the fans, appreciate you taking the time out of your schedule because, I mean, when you're not doing the wrestling on the weekends, uh, you're either diving deep in, looking at footage, or you're just kind of chillaxing, and maybe getting away for a minute or two. So we appreciate your time. Um, I have a thousand things I would like to ask, but the first thing I really wanted to attack was I saw at the old PAPW, the big mania, if you will.
hmm Yes.
You being ref major, you're officiating the main event, and you got a super kick to the face, right there on the chin. Now
Yeah.
I didn't
So
really see the footage, but I saw a couple still photos. Are you okay? Everything good?
everything's good. It still hurts. Still kind of. Uh,
Yeah.
but hey, took it like a champ.
You know, we see the referees take a bump, if you will, every so often.
Yeah.
Sometimes we pop, sometimes we don't. But when I seen ref major like this, Troy Stevens, woo, Troy Stevens, boot straight up to your chin. I was like, oh shit, ref major took a bump. Just wanted to double check because it was very recent, and I just wanted to double check on one ref major for the forthgoing interview, if you will.
Yeah. I'm good.
All
Like
right.
when a match is like that, and a referee takes a bump, it's a special moment. It's definitely when the two wrestlers are telling a great story in that ring, and
Mm,
then referees involved. When the referee has a time to be involved, that right spot and moment,
mm.
that's a special moment in a match like that. So
I think that might be the title. We've already gained
yeah,
our title, a special
yeah,
moment. Now, I want to stay on this topic since you brought us here because you're the third man in the ring.
hmm,
And yes, you did take a bump, but you didn't take a bump throughout the whole night. I know there was multiple referees and all of that.
yes,
But like you said, you do it when you can, when you utilize it and you make it a little bit special, then we kind of get involved in that story that kind of everybody's telling now at this point because now it's not just the two guys. And I know that third man is always in there, but you always try to stay out of the way and let them do their thing and just,
yeah.
and do your justice, if you will, within the ring. But when the time calls for it, I think that's perfectly said. Talk to us about the referees being involved in such, I don't want to say chicanery. I like to use the word chicanery a lot and shenanigans. But within the program, if you will, when it's called for, talk to us about that.
Well, sometimes a referee has to be not involved. I believe referees should be involved when the high stakes matter, like like we saw on last night. Actually Saturday. Excuse me, my days all messed up. Little knocked out from the chin. So yeah, I believe a referee should should not be in the ring for themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the two guys in the ring. you know. So when a special moment like that, what happened last night, it was a high stake, big main event. Troy Stevens versus Showtime, Mr. Showtime, and I believe that was like a new era for PAPW. So
Mm.
and then it was like carrying the Troy's because Troy he he earned it. He worked hard, you know.
Mhm.
So like a match like that, caliber like that, big show like that, it's a special moment. And so we took it and boom, and we the fans loved it. It's all about us giving the fans what they want, you know.
Mm.
So yeah,
The reaction is there. The moment is there. And if I'm not mistaken, by the looks of it, multiple pictures and some of the footage that I've seen, it was a sold out crowd at the JCC.
very sold out. And that show was a growth. That show felt special to me because I remember last year I did a show like there and I worked hard and then I got the main event and that felt very special to me because that's where I made my first big debut at
Oh,
PAPW.
oh, okay.
Yeah, in that building.
So it's a little full circle for one ref major over there at the JCC.
Yes.
Awesome. Those are those parts of each of your careers that
Yes.
you can look back and define your progress or your lack of, if you will, sometimes, right?
Right.
Now, looking back, because I know we all look back, you have to look back. Um,
Hmm.
you go back to, maybe the moment, either if it's in your memory or if it's on film, compared to what Ref Major looked like in the ring this past Saturday. You keep saying last night. I almost want to put you back in the concussion protocol, my friend. Troy Stevens did a number on you. Uh, but looking back from the JCC debut for a big event to now being on the WrestleMania for PAPW being Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling, can you compare that to us and give us what you kind of feel where you're at right now?
Right now I'm focused, man. Like I'm focused on a different level right now. I'm
Oh,
on like right now I'm aiming for greatness.
okay.
And sometimes you have to take sacrifice to get to greatness and try to balance, but the sacrifice to greatness there's no balance. So right now
Mm,
I'm that role right now. I'm trying to achieve a lot of goals in this business and maybe not just in referee, maybe different apartments, you know what I'm saying? So
okay.
um you know and like goals right now helping like young referees and stuff like that are coming up in the game and helping out other referees and stuff.
Hmm.
And so that's the goal right now. And not just myself, but be great in all areas in this business. You
So
know?
we do talk about the next generation, if you will. I use TOS
Yeah.
as an example with the TOS young boy, the Sammy Diaz's, the
Hmm.
Jordan Rose, and then you've got the Ty Shines and the firm collective. I mean, the firm collectively, never mind singly. But so what you're saying is right now, one ref major is kind of doing that same thing with the referee portion of that program because
Yeah.
the wrestlers sometimes the referee the upcoming wrestlers become referees before they come wrestlers, but you're saying that you're kind of helping that next gen of referees coming up right now.
Yes. And I'm working on one. His name is Dave Michaels, and he's at Planet Pro, working with Chris Camaro and Jay Cruz is helping out a little bit too. So it
Okay.
was like, we got the future is here. So we're taking it the next step and maybe start like a new referee development class, something like that.
Hmm.
So it's more into just one, two, three, and four. It's a psychology game with it too. So that's the next level.
We talk about the tools to make
Yeah.
that one toolbox to be a successful one person,
Yeah.
a successful wrestler on a higher platform to where you can provide for yourself and your family.
Yeah.
The referees is no different, boys and girls. It's all part of that package. The
Hmm.
tools that they utilize inside that squared circle are all the same as the wrestlers do. May it be diet, may it be gym, may it be keeping this upstairs along with the physical. You have to have that whole package. All of that coincides with the same exact thing that the referees are doing. But I love what you just said, a referee development program. I would love that. That is something very, and I know, I'll just use Paradise Alley. They have referees that have come up there. Test of
Yeah.
Strength. They have had referees that have come up there that turn into wrestlers, if you will, and
Yes.
other training facilities have. But I really like that little niche, if you will, of a referee developmental program. I really enjoy that.
Yes. And then there's a lot of good referees out there, and some of these big companies, there's only small spots to get these referee gets. So maybe change the game a little bit with that. You know,
All right.
see those.
Well, speaking of a number of referees,
Hmm.
I've been asked by multiple fans over the course of my tenure within, you know, doing what I've been doing. And I myself have always questioned it as well. I've never asked this question, but you kind of got my one brain cell cooking here.
Hmm.
Now we see on events where there's maybe two referees throughout the evening and they switch on and off. Maybe they'll do two matches back to back, two matches back to back, and kind of switch on and off. However, the booker or promoter is seeing how they want it. Now,
Yes.
then other times we see the likes of four referees in an event that might have seven matches. Could you tell us, the fans, because we're not behind that curtain in the locker room, we're on the other side of that guardrail. Could you explain to us, the fans, is there a need for four referees on one event, and why some do only have a couple? And I know you can only get so many of the talents on the roster to come in and fill some of these spots at times.
Yeah.
But does it feel too? Uh, is it too busy with multiple being four on maybe a seven-match card? Talk to us about that kind of scenario, if you could.
Actually, it could be a good thing, and it got the pros and cons. The pro is you got a spot and you book. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Good thing is one of the referees get hurt, you got at least three referees. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good thing, but you get limited matches. That's the con. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So as referees, we want sometimes we have to be patient to get the big matches. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so that's the cons about it. But I like four referees because I like 4 or 3 because it's when a referee get hurt, you have 3 left.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
All right.
and we get hurt out there too, like sprains and rotator cuff and
Mm-hmm.
you know stiff shoulders and stuff like that. We get hurt too. It's a physical. You got to be in shape to be a referee now in this game. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a young man sport. So I'm like 33. So I'm chasing my dreams like now.
um, as I was saying previously, getting in the gym is definitely one of those tools that you need to be doing as a referee. You cannot just be like, I can go in there and count three and run around for a couple minutes. That's not what it's all about, boys and girls. That is definitely not what it's all about. Now, one ref, Bill Thompson. We used to love each other at the beginning. Then he started kicking me and hitting me with a chair and kendo sticks in my shin. And we really haven't had the best relationship over the course of the past, I don't know, some odd years now. And he really bruises. I have bruises from the bottom, all the way to the bottom of my shins, all the way up to my kneecaps. And they're all marked with initials. Ref Bill, RB, Ref Bill, all the way up my goddamn shins. Now, I've seen this man blow two quads, okay, in one match at the same exact time. And he finished out the match. Did we know that he blew out his quads both at the same time? No, we as the fans did not. Him and the two wrestlers did know because of their communication within said
Yes.
match. Ref Major, I mean, I know he kicks me in my shins and hits me with chairs and fucking kendo sticks, but I gotta give it up to one Ref Bill. I really do.
Ref Bill, man, he's good as ref. Yeah, he's good. Like I watch him a lot. When I have a chance, I have a show with him. Well, thing Ref Bill, like he teach you how to be patient. You know what I'm saying? Be grounded in the
Mhm.
business. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and and I learn how he books stuff when he assign referees. So I watch him when he books, like where he wants his referees to be signed, what you're capable of, and he
Okay.
tests too, like what match he wants to put you in and stuff like that. Or can you handle a four-way tag team match?
Mhm.
Test you, see if you're ready for the next level.
Right.
Um, so it's like I like I like how he's. I just watch him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a very observer. I watch the referee goes. I pick the brains and just go with it, and then make my own style with it when I
Mhm.
go in the. So I think that's
No.
what picks me different sometimes.
Okay. Because you have to have, your own little flair, your own, your own style, if you will, because you look in the past and you look at the present and you kind of see who I like and who I kind of not recreate, but maybe utilize a little something from
Yeah.
a little piece here, maybe a little piece, just again, as the wrestlers do with their gimmicks, with their promos, with their move set. It's all part of that same bubble. But Ref Bill, I mean, he's been around for a minute, and I see from a distance how he does help the young upcomers. And I mean, and it's been years that he's been doing it. And again, he swings weapons at me. I've got marks on my body, but I do have to give some really, props to one Ref Bill for being one of those guys in the industry who carries himself professionally, does all the drives. I mean, holy shit, that guy drives. And he sets up the ring. I shit, boys and girls. I mean, if he's there, I bet you he set up the damn ring.
Yeah, that's what you call dedication.
Uh,
Dedication. I drove a lot of places too.
Now we talk about, Ref Bill giving you a little something as advice here and there, and you watch him, and you kind of dissect a little bit of what he's doing as a referee.
Hmm.
Who are a couple? You don't have to, put out a long list. The list of Jericho. We don't need all of that, but and not to slight anybody, but give us a couple guys besides Ref Bill that you've kind of looked at and have looked up to for some advice in the area, if you could.
Uh, Referee Tony Steve.
Okay.
He's in Boston area. He actually helped with my like name a little bit, and so like he helped me like the mental, how it's gonna be in the business, how it's like keep thriving, keep being on your grinding and stuff like that. So
Hmm.
when I have, going through stuff, I go to him too, like, or if I need to critique some matches, what I'm saying, I go to him. I call him my ref dad. That's my ref dad right there. because
It's okay. We found it. Go ahead.
every time I see Q in the room, man, like I go to him first. Like that's the mentor of me. How I became like more authority as a
Okay.
referee. You know what I'm saying? Because if I want to practice my authority, I watch Q. You know what I'm saying?
He can present his authority. We see that.
They call pick Q for a reason. So so and I like to go to old time, man. I like to go back. Like I like to watch Tommy Young,
Okay.
old referee. I like
Mhm.
his cadence accounting, you know what I'm saying? Then my all time favorite, Mike Chioda. You know,
Ah, see.
I watch I watch him a lot. So so it's like that's how I probably trying to learn how to do my count three cadence with Mike Chioda a little bit. So I put
Uh,
all that here and mix it one and mix it with mine.
and that's what we were saying earlier. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. You kind
Yeah,
of bring it together, and you get a ref major.
yeah,
Uh, with everything you've just said there, I have two questions.
yes.
The name ref major you mentioned, Ref Stevens helped you. Please talk to us about the name.
Well, it's supposed to be Jordan Major because I learned that referee referee ain't supposed to have a gimmick, and I'm like, I want to be different. I want to be the same. You know what I'm saying? The way to be coming up in the business is sometimes you got to be different than unique than everybody else.
Hmm.
So he said, add another name to it, and I said Jordan Major. And that's how y'all got Jordan Major, referee Jordan Major.
Okay.
Yeah, cause Major was
Now,
supposed because when I started my wrestling career, I was like supposed to be a wrestler, and Major was supposed to be my wrestler name.
oh, we're definitely going to dive into that some for sure.
Yeah.
And the second question I had out of what we were talking about earlier, tell us, the fans, what cadence means, please, and within the world of refereeing.
Shoot, cadence, like everything, like cadence on accounts, even cadence, and even with your communication in the ring, that has to come about like cadence. It's you have to when I do my threes, right? I go, I try to do a good round and have a simple rhythm of cadency. And then sometimes I go a little bit too fast because I'm too hyped into the match. But learning that, but learning that I have to have the same type of rhythm. It's easy for the rest of the wrestlers to hear the two and the three if what I'm saying before they have to kick out. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
having a good rhythm, see, even having when you go outside the ring counting, have a nice rhythm. You know what I'm saying? So like when I do it, I have a little motion. Give time, put my arms in and out, count, give like a
Okay.
Mississippi in my head and stuff like that. Cadence is very important. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
if you don't have the right cadence of your count, you know what I'm saying, you're rushing, and some of the wrestlers do not like to rush because they like to do their spots. So you gotta make sure you have to do their spots
Mhm.
in the corner, outside the ring, you know, 'cause it's all about them. We're just the narrator, the storyteller, telling what the match is going on, you
Mhm.
know.
And then part of that, as you've been describing that, it kind of hit me is we, the fans, will start getting on the referees of slow
Yeah,
count, ref, shit like that. And I'm sure on your upcoming, you've heard a little of that, or you've heard a little fast count, ref, or,
yeah.
or
I kind of like that because if I'm getting heat as a referee that's getting heat, if you watch football games or a basketball game, referee do a bad call. That means but it's opposite. If a referee doing that, that means the
Mhm,
referee's doing it a good way in wrestling. You know what I'm saying? If a
mhm.
referee, y'all guys doing that to me, like do a bad, oh that's a bad count. I'm doing my job. That's being a good job. You know what I'm saying? And that mean the wrestlers are doing a good job making me, you know, you know, making bad calls and stuff. Like you watch a football game, or oh, that's a bad call. That's a holding. That's not no holding. Same thing with wrestling. So it's a psychology game with it too.
I'm gonna pose a question. You probably can't answer this in,
Mhm.
I don't know, maybe like 20 hours. I don't even think anyone could answer this. How come the referees are so damn blind when you're turned around and there's nefarious things going on and the bad guys are over there doing stupid shit to our favorite guys or girls, and they're over there doing stupid. And not only that, do you know how many times I've seen people get kicked in the balls, or up with the arm in the balls, or poked in the eyes, or strangled, or stupid shit like that? Can you answer that question for me, please, my friend?
I'm just doing my job, man.
Oh, that's what they all say.
I'm
That's
just
part
doing
of
my
referees.
job.
That's like part of referee college, huh?
Hey, what about the time we get kicked in the face? Nobody didn't care. I had to
Um,
get
oh,
up and still count to 1, 2, 3.
yeah, where's the new ref? Give me a new ref.
Speared, knocked out, need.
Wait, is that a dead ref? Hurry up,
Yep,
bring the new one in.
knocked out. I be hearing y'all when I get. I be hearing that when I be getting up and like, oh man, y'all cheering?
Ah, shit. Woo. Uh, we like to lift you guys up. We also like to beat you guys down just a smidge.
Yeah,
I'd like to say sorry across the board, but it would not mean a goddamn thing.
it's a fun job. It's a fun. I love it. It's a fun.
um, talk to us about. You said you're 33,
Yes.
and talk to us about. You've already given us a little snippet of you were supposed to be a wrestler, but here you are as a referee. Let's get into some of that. Give us some history of all of that business right there, my friend.
Well, I met Chris Camaro, Fair Falcone, the owner
Uh huh.
of Planet Pro Wrestling.
Okay.
Mm, We I started from him and then try to wrestle and stuff like that.
And what
You
year?
know, um, say I'm a year in, maybe 2023, 2023 or something like that. Believe that. So and I started from him and I started wrestling and stuff, learning the simple stuff, um, arm dragging and lockups and stuff like that. It was just one move I couldn't overcome. It was a stupid arm drag. So and my body was hurting. I like, man, this shit is hard. You know what I'm
Uh huh.
saying? You know what I'm saying? Like my first day, I was sore head to toe. You know what I'm saying? I still kept pushing and stuff like that. But something clicked in my head of like, yeah, it's more than just being a wrestler in the business. So I was like,
Hmm.
maybe a referee. I'm like, I'm skinny. I got size. I look smaller than the wrestlers. So I was like, okay, try this out. Next thing you know it, Chris trained me a little bit and some of the other
Okay.
referees I met and then got the knowledge and this and that, boom, kicked off with over maybe 10 months. I kicked off referee, got maybe like 10 promotion in, working hard. Now I'm 24 promotion in. The goal is don't stop. Like I'm trying to be like the Will Ospreay of referees. You know what I'm saying? Like just try to go mad promotions, and it's like that's only a way a referee could get, make it, if because I just don't want to be stuck in the thing, but I'm going to work hard and
Mhm.
get myself out there. So
I have definitely been seeing Ref Major doing his thing, doing the drives, showing up
yeah,
in different promotions, reaching out,
yeah,
networking, if you will, and doing your thing. I've really been seeing all of that stuff.
yeah.
Um, excuse me. Now, we were speaking of the peers who you have looked up to for some advice and such.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to the opposite direction. And I'm going to get back to your wrestling thing, but my one brain cell only works so in weird ways. Talk to us about the younger generation that you're helping. Could you give us a couple names? And I know you gave us one, but I know there's been some others through your tenure that I believe that you may have helped, and I'd like to kind of put them out there.
And young referees, or
Yeah, yes.
well, Dave, Michael, Jay Cruz. I think we like are the only young referee in our area. I've
Okay.
seen, Tessa Strength got a new young referee. I've been watching him a little bit. See what he got. He's still new, green over there. He looks like a referee too. Um, and it's like I've been to like Virginia. Like I seen where I work with Ben in Philly. Um, Me and him about the same age. Uh, I haven't really like seen like new referees in our areas, and that maybe that's why um the, it's like just me and Dave and Jay Cruz are probably the youngest new upcoming referees. And I see
Okay.
PJ. So I talked to PJ and Tessa Strength. He's pretty
Uh-huh.
good. Um, you
You know,
know, and some of
he
his
likes
knowledge.
to,
Huh?
I'm sure he's been gaining some knowledge because we've been seeing
Yeah,
him come up as well. But he
yeah.
wears two hats, and then he gets a little active in that ring, and he becomes Daddy Cat. I am never ever calling him Daddy Cat. I'm calling him Hello Kitty. I will never
Yeah.
call him Daddy Cat. But yes, fine
It's
referee one PJ Bova.
I just feel like it's just three of us right now in our territory as the youngest referee. So
Okay.
as I'm like the not I'm that trying to take that leadership, teach them and
Mhm.
teach them how to move in the business as a referee. How to respect, um, be humble, be
Mhm.
patient, and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Um, Work on the cadency. If I see something, and even they see something in me, they correct me too. I'm like, what? Whoa, whoa. I'm like, okay, we learning. I see. And I was like, yeah. So it's like a learning game for all three of us, and
Mhm.
I'm excited for this new kid, Dave. He looks like a referee, and I'm right now I'm trying to send him like matches and stuff right now,
Okay.
and trying to see where he's at
Nice.
mechanically and with his cadency. That's why I want to more assess what my career goal is. Do a referee development thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With our
Yeah.
with our program and see more people wants to be referee because I know there's people wants to be referees. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So see let's make it happen and stuff like that.
I think that's a fine idea. I'm definitely all about that.
Yeah.
Um, Now I want to spin back because you said your name was supposed to be Major as a
Yeah.
wrestler.
Yeah.
Hit us with that.
Well, I had a little I had a little thing like I had a little image going on like this gonna be my wrestling name Major. You know what I'm saying? So my catchphrase was like everything's gonna be major. Major and stuff like that. So I was like, yeah. But the only thing I just wasn't a, you know, good enough athlete. You know what I'm saying? I didn't, it was like, I'm 30, I'm this old, but I really want to bang
Mm.
on my body this much right now. Longevity because as referees do have longevity in the game. So it's like if you're a good, healthy referee, work out, like you said, eat right,
Mhm.
you're gonna have longevity in the game.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah.
Uh, look at Charles Robinson. I don't think he's aged a day since back in WCW, for fuck's sake. I mean, he looks exactly the same.
And I love watch Charles Robinson. I like how he sells to the moves and stuff when he needs to, and his cadence. His KDC is crazy. Like that level of KDC of his threes is like it's like his hand floats.
Little Nate.
Yeah.
um, now you've mentioned Chris Falcone, Chris
Yeah.
Camaro,
Yeah.
and Pro Planet Pro Wrestling. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I always screw that up. I don't know why. And I'm not calling it PP. I don't want to call it PP Wrestling. That's not good. Um, now I have had Jay Cruz on here on SCP, and we have seen him at the shows. And you've been active for approximately a yearish at this point, if you will, a little bit more than a year. Where are we at right now?
A year. It's about to be 2 year in January.
Okay.
January,
And
February years.
you've been hitting the road enough to get under your belt a lot of reps within 24 promotions at this point. Is that what you were saying earlier?
Yes.
Wow.
The goal is December is gonna be like, well, Legacy was 25. December is gonna be 26. So it's
Okay.
like I'm just trying to get work. You know what I'm saying? More reps and get my name out there. Cause like I do want to do this a full-time career. You
Okay.
know, that's the goal. So
All right.
and, change the game of referee. See, referee can get a lot of bookings too. Moving like we could move like wrestlers and get a lot of booking. Go here, boom, 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 to get our name out. You know,
Mm-hmm.
change the game a little bit.
Sounds good, my man.
Yeah.
Um, Now looking at the big picture, uh,
Hmm.
and I mean, I know some of the guys and girls have given me wherever, kind of answer sometimes, which is fine. I'm not telling you how to think or whatever. But when you're looking at the big game, the end game, if you will, for making a living for yourself and your family, where do you see yourself in a New Japan, in a AEW, a WWE? Where is Ref Major really looking to get to that higher platform?
The ultimate dream is WWE, of course.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But like in the TNA, I like how their referees are over there too. Japan
Hmm.
always been a dream of mine just to go travel over there. So it's like, but the ultimate dream is WWE. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like, I feel like you go there, you're the best.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
Now,
like
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
now that's another level of being great for me.
Hmm. Now they have that WWE ID program going on, and I'm sure that it's not only going to be for just wrestlers,
Yeah.
So I think we're going to start seeing these IDs popping up in our faces on the old socials that we've been seeing lately, with some of our favorite talent being ID'd, if you will, from WWE. I feel we're right around the corner for seeing some referee action, my man. I really do.
I really do too, and I hope so and I really do too because I hope so because it will open the game and it
Hmm.
will raise the level up of being a referee too.
Absolutely.
Like you would go to some indie shows, like some guy just throw on a referee shirt, and I'd be like, it took me off because like you want your promotion to be perfection, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And then if I had a promotion, I would be perfection too, and may so it's like I see stuff like that, like, ugh.
Oh, oh, yeah. I've seen it myself, believe.
And then it took me up because I see like it's a double standards, you know what I'm saying, with the wrestling referees, because some promotion allow other people to be referees without being trained, but wrestlers,
Hmm.
nobody to be in the wrestling if they ain't
Hmm.
trained. So it's like that's the pro and cons about it. But if that happens, I think it'll change the game of people really want to be referees and change
Huh?
the bar goes up, like the bar going up right now with wrestlers.
Hmm.
So we see what happens with that.
Yeah, I'd love to see some of the referees being ID'd. That would be fun.
Yes.
Um, Getting into wrestling. talk to us, because my dad, Papa Kincaid, he got me into wrestling when I was carried to three when I was like 5.
Okay.
And my first live event was 8. So who got you into wrestling?
My older brother.
Okay.
I was probably like 7 or 6 that time. We slept in the same room. I wasn't really paying attention that much, but I was watching. I didn't understand it at first, but I just saw like freaking like fucking Undertaker, and that's the first guy I saw. Some dude with a black hair, and I was like, yo, that's dope. So ever since then, I got hooked, and I started becoming watching it, and then I realized I feel like I manifested it, and it came to my life. So it's like now I'm like, you know, I'm living I want to dream. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I came to wrestling, and then now I'm watching wrestling differently. You know what I'm saying? So like I watch my Monday Night Raws and stuff like that, but I'm watching these films, and then I'm watching going to old like pay-per-views or matches and watching films and stuff. I like to go old back, like I like to go to 1960 sometimes.
Oh wow.
I like archives, so
Okay.
like, pick up some referees how they were refereed back in the end and trying to use the imitate and bring in my own style sometimes.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Can you watch at this point in your career? Can you watch WWE as a fan? And I know it's hard to not pick apart what they're doing in ring as you're watching it unfold on TV, but can you watch the product as a fan?
Not really, but cause I'm still young in the game, so it's like, yeah, I'll be watching, like, and then I was like, oh, I picked up like some of the referees I'm learning from them, like Chad Patterson, pick up a lot of from him. You know what I'm saying? NXT, I like to watch NXT, so I watch a lot of referees from them, learn from them. So it's like I don't watch it as I watch it as a film thing.
Okay.
So that's at time like, oh, Monday Night Raw, so film time. So me,
Okay.
like, I feel referees gotta watch a lot of wrestling because you gotta know the moves when these wrestlers like tell you moves and stuff like that. You gotta know the moves. I feel like because these guys invent a lot of moves a lot, and you be like, what is that? So I watch I even watch AEW. I watch AEW because the wrestler moves and like invent the moves and stuff. And I know wrestlers watch AEW because it's the trend there how the wrestler it's like indie style wrestling. So and I watch TNA. I watch TNA because I like the referees, so I watch them a lot. So
Okay.
I have my own like brand I watch for different reasons.
Hmm.
So yeah.
I find that fascinating that you watch multiple promotions for different reasons by watching film, if you will. I
Yeah.
find that very fascinating.
Yeah.
See, and this is what I'm saying. Like, I know we see each other at the shows and we do the
Yeah.
selfie and we say, hey, what's up, Major? And you say, hey, what's up, Don? And we do this thing. But we don't ever get to conversate. And like, so these are the times that we get to ask these questions and really and get informed.
I'm a very quiet person, very quiet, keep to myself.
Uh-huh.
But you get me out of my shell a little bit. Yeah, I'm going.
Well, if you notice at the shows, I'm not very quiet.
I see.
Yeah.
Sometimes you louder than the wrestlers.
Shoot.
Oh
Uh,
man.
Now, you've been in 24 promotions at this point, and I know you make up the little graphics and you put the logos and you make yourself look professional. That's another point. You look professional, you act professional, you carry yourself professional. Um, and you don't get caught up in the stuff, if you will.
Yeah.
Getting caught up in the stuff, that's when the boys and girls really start kind of getting a little wishy and washy with their careers and start questioning themselves. So I appreciate you for focusing, doing your thing, helping out the younger gen coming up while taking advice from the older generation that came before you. And you are right now in such a young tenure in your career. And I feel you're in a very fine spot to really make yourself successful at this because of the way you're carrying yourself, the way you're taking in the feedback, if you will. Because musician, I've been a musician for many years. You have to take the good with the bad. If you don't take those and bring them all together and figure out what I can do to make it better, you'll never get better. So taking in all of that feedback and filtering it out and what can I do with it, I think you're at a really, really good point in your career, my friend. And again, very young tenure in your career.
You gotta fail 1,000 times to be successful. I feel a lot of time. I learned a lot of things. I made a lot of mistakes. Great,
Uh-oh.
like etiquette. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't go to people's houses. Don't say hello. You know what I'm saying? So it's like carry your, be humble yourself. You know what I'm saying? I think having good attitude and humble yourself gets you
hmm
one way in life. So
Now, we call you zebras for a reason because you guys and girls wear the stripes, but not all promotions have the stripes. We have the test of strength with solid black polos with a logo on it. We have lit. Legacy is timeless with those beautiful. I mean, they look so comfy. I almost want to ask the GM Alex Rojas if I could just buy one to have one. They look so comfortable. Does it feel different being out of the stripes? I mean, that's been a question that I've kind of wondered.
I think I love the all black.
Okay.
Oh, I I feel the all black makes the referee look more authority. You know what I'm
hmm
saying? When you watch UFC, right? What's the referee doing? Wearing all black. You know what I'm
hmm
saying? It's like makes like him. It makes him look or her serious. Like yeah, you guys. I'm big boss. So it's like, and I feel like stripes are good. Like I feel like I love the stripes. Represent zebras. I do like the, and I do like going to promotion that do different stuff, like the purple shirts, like Legacy. That's different. You know what I'm saying? I like going, do different stuff sometimes.
hmm Um, now, do do you know who Short Sleeve Samson is?
Short sleeve Samson.
hmm
Never heard of him.
He's a midget wrestler that has been around for many years. He's been
Okay.
through the WWE program in and out as mini taker and mini this and that throughout his tenure. And he
Okay.
runs a midget promotion, and it's called Midget Warriors.
Okay.
And I posed him, and he doesn't do interviews. I wanted to reach out to him because I felt that his promotion was probably one of the most legitimate midget promotions that are actually running out in the industry today.
Okay.
And I asked him this question: is it okay to call little people midgets? And he starts cracking up. And he goes, it's in the name of my promotion, Midget Warriors. And I go, okay, that's fair. Now, I'm going to pose the same question. I bring that up to bring this up. I'm going to pose the same question, which I never have, to any of the zebras out. Oh, maybe I shouldn't say that. To any of the referees out there, when we call you zebras, is that okay?
I don't mind.
Okay.
You just like my pretty stripes. So it's like, uh, I don't mind, like, but I feel, we got our own nickname. You know what I'm saying? Zebras.
Yeah.
That's-
You know, I didn't know if referees were, in the locker room being like, man, I wish these fucking assholes would stop calling the zebras. That'd be really nice.
But what else nickname would we have then? If you think about it.
That's fair. Zebra is fun. I
Yeah,
think fun for all around.
exactly. So you got this, and you got the zebra fans. You know what I'm saying? They got fans are fans of referees too. So
Yeah. And I mean, at PAPW, they have the Zebras of Justice, if you
exactly,
will.
exactly. And I wish promotion like do do stuff like that with the referee, because referees do work hard and stuff
Hmm.
like that. A little acknowledgement of referees sometimes would do a little bit of justice for the
Hmm.
zebra game. So it's like it's not all about the referees, but we do deserve a little acknowledgement.
A little something. And what we
Yeah.
speak of, boys and girls, is before every single PAPW show, Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling out of East Haven, Connecticut, 662 East Co, COE, East Co Ave is our
Mhm.
training facility. Before every single one of their shows, we do, uh, you know, we look at the flag and we sing and we love the USA.
Mhm.
We also get presented all of the zebras that are on call that night, and they bring them into the ring. We give them some applause, and it's a beautiful thing. I
Yeah.
can't say that I've ever seen a promotion do that. Have you seen
No,
any promotion do that?
no, I don't see no other promotion do that. To be honest, sometimes you get a little poster,
Mm-hmm.
little
Mm-hmm.
advertised poster, but I don't see no other promotion does that. Only
Mm-hmm.
PFPW, because they know how hard we referees works and stuff like that. And thankfully for Paul Roman, setting that up. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah. First time I saw it, I was like, "This is cool. I like that."
and we get a little entrance music too. Like that's pretty dope.
um, we've gotten so much information on one ref major, and we are at about 55 minutes. We wanted to kind of go about an hourish, if you will.
Yeah.
Is there anything any topics that you thought we might have spoken on that we have not yet that you'd like to bring up before we let you go here?
Not really. I just say wrestler, referee, have fun, be safe out there. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Like, don't be out there doing it for you, do it for the fans. They just that, and as a referee out there, just go zebras, we stick together.
Uh-oh.
That's so it's power unit referees out there. So shout out to my referees out there and the ones and coming up. So
Yeah.
that's all
Wow.
I want to say.
Ref major with the love to his peers. I love that. Before we let you go, we want the boys and girls to be able to find you on the socials, maybe Facebook or Twitter or Pornhub or whatever you've got going on. Give us the handles, please. I think we're losing.
CP this week, and I will Focus Pro on November 30th at WFA. Got an app. Share. I'm sorry for that too. And find me on my Facebook, Ref. You go Instagram, Ref Jordan on Major, and I do that on it. Use it. Um, yeah.
Well, You've been just a little choppy at the very end of that. I hope it cleans up. I hope Skype gives a little cleanup in the tail end of this. Ref Major, you've been amazing to us, the fans. You've been very informative. You've been loving on the peers, and you've seemed right now you have a good handle on your career, and you're going to do good things. And I cannot wait to see what the future brings. Ref Major, thank you so much for spending your time with us. Uh-oh. Oh, he's popping in and out like a piece of, like some Jiffy Pop popcorn. This is Stirring the Pot with Don Kincaid and our very special guest, Ref Major.